Hi, this is Hans, W1JSB, and I'm in the Radio Set Go Attic Shack Lab solder pad, where I like to build radios and work with electronics. And today I'd like to share with you a radio I obtained recently. This is the NorCal QRP Cascade 20 and 75 meter single sideband transceiver, as you can see by the paperwork here. And I got this as part of a trade. I didn't know anything about it, and I'm very happy that I chose this. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I'd like to share with you some of the mods that I've done. I'd also like to thank Harry K3MD, who sent me this paperwork on the radio. There's not a whole lot of information available online. There are some documentation, message exchanges, but this is quite a bit more thorough. Some notes that he had and correspondence he had when he was building his Cascade and working through the issues with it and modifications, etc. Anyway, here it is. On the top, you can see I've added a solar panel, one that I had hanging around that happened to fit the top of the enclosure very nicely. I thought it would be a good addition, so I adhered that and also installed an internal lithium-ion 3-cell battery, 2.5 amp hours. This radio puts out roughly 5 to 6 watts, depending on which band module is installed, and if it's running on external DC or internal battery, of course. But that should run it for a while. I forget what the current draw is, but it's not very much on receive, and it might draw in a little over an amp, maybe an amp and a half on full transmit PEP. It has a nice Radio Shack speaker mic. It seems to work well. I need to adjust the audio or the mic gain a bit. It could be a little bit more sensitive. Really have to speak closely and loudly into it, I've noticed. But I've gotten good reports. I've worked Austria on 75 meters with this, and I've been playing around with 20 meters recently and working some DX and getting good reports as well with that. So let me go through some of the features here, some of the upgrades I've done. The panel, it's a 20 or 22 volt 40 milliamp trickle charger, basically. I knew fully that this was not going to be a total charging alternative, but it's a trickle charger, a battery maintainer, sort of a way to counteract the self-discharge of the battery. But leaving it in the sun day after day for about a week, it should recharge it up to a usable voltage. So that's there. I'll go ahead and open it up. I'll show you on the inside. I installed an LED voltage indicator, 10 segment bar graph there on the side. So that shows the voltage reading from about 10 volts up to 12.5. Alright, I'll show you inside. That's the lithium-ion battery, and for the charging, the solar charging, there is a 7812 12 volt regulator and a blocker diode to prevent reverse current when it's not active in the sun, to prevent battery drain. Some other things that I've done, I've added the SWR power meter on the front, the analog, It would be nice if it had illumination. I might add an LED to that somehow. But that works well with the SWR bridge I mounted on the back, the corner there. And then next to that is a NESCAF audio filter, which it didn't really need. But I experimented with it, and it sounded nice to be able to play with the bandwidth and able to shift a little bit one way or the other with the tone. It was nice to have that flexibility with the speaker mic, especially because everybody's voice is a little bit different tonal quality, so it's nice to have the ability to refine that. And also it helps with noisy band conditions, but it has quite a narrow range. You know, the NESCAF filter goes down to something like 60 hertz. I think most people use it for CW, and that's what I've used it for, but decided to include in here, and I'm happy I did. There's the band module. 20 meter band module is plugged in right now. It's like top view. I have a toggle switch there for running on battery power or external DC. And then the toggle switch on the front shows the forward and reflected power on the SWR meter. I was hoping to install a frequency counter with an LCD display, but I don't really have much room on this enclosure anymore. So I've just put the labels for around the dial for now for the 75 meter band. I'll probably make it look a little nicer, print something up on the computer. Very nice radio. I'm happy I have it. I'm happy that the man who had this was willing to part with it, and yeah. Okay, if you have any questions about this, let me know. Rate, subscribe. I'm planning on sharing more projects that I've been involved with. I have a lot of ideas, some new devices that I've been testing, and it's pretty exciting stuff. What else? I guess that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be posting more videos of this radio in action, so look for those. 7-3 W1JSB out.